Hey everyone, this is Coach Graber. This video is over the power of a pause. This video is about coping skills. Coping skills are techniques for handling big emotions such as fear, anger, anxiety, stress, disappointment, frustration, and those type of emotions. These skills are backed by science to help you calm yourself and remain centered in healthy behavior so that you aren't being controlled by your emotions. Let's review some of the things we've discussed about how your brain works. So, in your brain is the amygdala, which is your brain's security guard. It's responsible for alerting your brain when it senses any sort of danger. These dangers can be physical or psychological. The amygdala responds very quickly to environmental stimuli, and it actually reacts to a situation before the logical part of your brain, which is called the prefrontal cortex, can react to the situation. The amygdala will send your brain into a fight, flight, or freeze mode. This keeps your brain in a high alert mode and keeps your prefrontal cortex turned off. At this point, your brain is just concerned with keeping you safe. When your brain is in this fight, flight, or freeze mode, your emotions are essentially in control as your body is on high alert to keep you safe. This is an evolutionary design to keep you alive. For example, if a predator was chasing you. If you're in a life or death situation, you'll need to remain in this high alert situation to handle the danger and to be prepared for whatever might come. However, if the danger is more of a psychological or emotional or mental one, it's helpful to be able to use logic to help you handle the situation. So your prefrontal cortex is slower, but it's in charge of your logic. So you may want to get the prefrontal cortex engaged so that you can think logically about the situation. And for this to happen, you want your brain to leave the fight, flight, or freeze mode so you can think through this situation rationally. One of the most basic but most important techniques for helping your brain to settle down and to leave the fight, flight, or freeze mode is to practice deep breathing. Deep breathing gives your brain the oxygen it needs and allows your prefrontal cortex to have the time it needs to engage and start processing the situation with logic and planning. To be effective, a deep breath should take at least 4 seconds of inhaling and 4 seconds of exhaling. It often works best to breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. It can actually prevent your brain from entering the fight, flight, or freeze mode if you take a deep breath before reacting to a negative event. Now, remember that your amygdala acts before your prefrontal cortex. So, the secret is to pause when you feel yourself about to react. This is why it's called the power of the pause instead of reacting. So, if you feel yourself about to react emotionally, pause, take a deep breath, and this will give your prefrontal cortex time to engage and prevent your brain from entering that high alert mode. Now, depending on your level of anxiety, you may have to do this many times over. You may have to keep doing the deep breathing when you feel yourself reacting. And every time you feel yourself about to react, take another breath. The more you do this, the easier it gets. So there's a couple strategies you use to actually help ensure that your breaths are deep enough to be effective. So one strategy is called square breathing. For this technique, you inhale for 4 seconds, then you hold for another 4 seconds, exhale for 4 seconds, and then hold again for 4 seconds. When you repeat these 4 steps, visualize the 4 sides of a square. And so on. A second breathing technique uses a different visual to help you ensure that you're taking several deep breaths. What you can do is use your hand, breathe in along as you move up your hand, breathe down as you go down, or breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, and then breathe out. It's called the 5-finger breathing strategy. So if you have any questions about the power of the pause and how to practice breathing before reacting, please let me know. Send an email or send me a message. I hope this is helpful. Again, if you have any questions, reach out. And as always, have a great day.